Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff has a big issue which has been exposed by Jasmine Paolini the last 2 times they have played. Coco Gauff's Cincinnati Open campaign has come to an end after losing to Jasmine Paolini in the quarterfinals. The American was a set to the good in the match, but Paolini fought back to clinch the victory 2-6, 6-4, 6-3, and advanced to the semifinals, where she will face Veronika Kudermetova. Gauff was looking to go far in Cincinnati after a short-lived run in Montreal, where she fell to 18-year-old Victoria Mboko in the 4th round. It was not to be for the 2-time Grand Slam champion, whose defeat marks a 3rd straight loss to Paolini at tour-level events. Jasmine Paolini has highlighted Coco Gauff's problem in Cincinnati. The Italian earned 2 wins against Gauff during the clay swing earlier this season, at the Stuttgart Open and the Italian Open. In her 3rd consecutive triumph in Cincinnati, she won 71.8% of her total points as a result of unforced errors from her opponent, according to OptoAce. The only match this season in which Gauff has conceded a higher rate was in her bout with Paolini in Rome, with 76.4%. The 2 tallies have not been recorded by accident, but rather through a tactic deployed by the world number 5. In both matches, Paolini has targeted Gauff's forehand, which has been one of the weaker shots in her game during the 2025 season. At the Italian Open, British tennis legend Tim Henman noticed she needed much more time on her right side due to the heavy Western grip she utilizes. This has proven to be problematic for Gauff, particularly on faster surfaces, like grass and hard courts, which Paolini has taken advantage of this year. Jasmine Paolini now leads the head-to-head with Coco Gauff. Gauff won her first 2 meetings with Paolini, which came at the Adelaide International in 2021 and the Cincinnati Open in 2023. They did not play after that until 2025, when the 2 WTA stars had their first clay matchup at the Stuttgart Open. Paolini wrapped up that contest in straight sets and emulated her performance in their Italian Open encounter, where she leveled the head-to-head record. With her victory in Cincinnati, she now leads in their rivalry by 3 wins to 2, though the pair are yet to face off at a Grand Slam. In the high-stakes world of professional tennis, a player's greatest strength can often be undone by their most glaring weakness. Coco Gauff, the prodigious American talent who stormed into the spotlight as a 15-year-old with maturity beyond her years, has become a mainstay in the upper echelons of the WTA Tour. Her athleticism, mental toughness, and court coverage are elite, and her backhand, one of the best in the game, regularly earns her easy points and admiration alike. Yet, despite her growing resume and Grand Slam title, there's a persistent flaw in her game that refuses to stay hidden: her forehand. And lately, one player in particular has been exploiting that weakness with surgical precision: Italy's Jasmine Paolini. The rise of Gauff and the persistence of the forehand flaw. It's no secret to those who closely follow women's tennis. Gauff's forehand, with its elongated takeback and inconsistent contact point, has been under scrutiny for years. Coaches, commentators, and fans have all noted that while her backhand is world-class, her forehand remains a work in progress. Despite countless hours on the practice court and coaching changes meant to iron out the kinks, it remains the one part of her game that top opponents target when the stakes are high. Gauff's athletic gifts have carried her through many of these technical shortcomings. She's blazingly fast around the court, has an excellent first serve, and plays with a competitive fire that few can match. But tennis at the highest level is often about margins, and when you're deep in a Grand Slam draw or playing a top 20 opponent, those small technical weaknesses are no longer hidden. They're highlighted. Enter Jasmine Paolini. Paolini's tactical masterclass. In their last 2 meetings, Paolini has done what so few have managed: made Gauff's forehand a liability to the point of being a deciding factor. Paolini's court intelligence and clean ball striking allow her to dictate points against even the most athletic players. Against Gauff, she employs a ruthlessly smart game plan: pin her to the forehand side, push her wide, then attack the open court or drop a shot short to bring Gauff off balance. It's worked twice. What makes Paolini's success unique is not just that she beat Gauff, but how she did it. She didn't overpower her. She didn't outlast her in marathon rallies. She surgically dissected her game, weaponizing Gauff's forehand against her. Paolini's topspin-heavy, loopy forehand creates uncomfortable bounce heights for Gauff, forcing her into awkward stances. She angles the ball off the court, pulls Gauff wide, and exposes her weaker footwork on the run from the forehand side. Then, with calm precision, Paolini resets the point or finishes it with a down-the-line winner when Gauff is out of position. Each time, Gauff finds herself chasing, adjusting, overthinking, and too often missing. Mental residue and the pressure to change. The challenge now isn't just technical for Gauff, it's also psychological. A weakness, once repeatedly exposed in high-profile matches, becomes more than just a mechanical issue. It becomes mental baggage. Every missed forehand isn't just a lost point, it's a reminder. Every rally shifted to that side becomes a test of patience and confidence. And in the modern era of tennis, players talk. Coaches watch tape. Game plans get shared. If Paolini has figured out how to neutralize Gauff by targeting the forehand, others will follow. In fact, some already have. Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, and even veterans like Petra Kvitova have all found success attacking that wing. But Paolini, with her deceptively aggressive style and tactical poise, has done it most efficiently. She doesn't just play to the forehand. She constructs points specifically to break it down. What's next for Coco? The issue Gauff faces is not insurmountable. Players have reinvented strokes mid-career. Rafael Nadal reshaped his serve. Novak Djokovic reworked his forehand and return timing. Even Serena Williams altered her movement patterns late in her career to preserve longevity. Gauff is still young, still only in her early 20s, and has already achieved more than most players ever will. The question is no longer whether she's great. She is. The question is whether she can evolve quickly enough to maintain her position among the game's elite and win more major titles. To do that, she must confront the forehand, not patch it up temporarily, but truly rebuild its foundation. That means refining the take-back for quicker preparation, shortening the backswing under pressure, and gaining confidence in redirecting pace without overhitting. It means investing in muscle memory and repetition, but also mental recalibration, the belief that this part of her game is no longer a liability, but a tool. Her coaching team has been down this road before, but the urgency is greater now. Paolini's victories have made it clear to the rest of the tour. The blueprint is out. The longer it lingers, the more players will pile on. The bigger picture, a rivalry in bloom? Interestingly, Gauff and Paolini's recent matches might also signal the start of a compelling rivalry. They contrast in so many ways. Paolini, the late bloomer who fought through the ranks with grit and discipline. Gauff, the teenage prodigy whose potential has been spotlighted since childhood. Their styles clash, their strategies diverge, and their matches offer a chess-like quality that fans and analysts crave. While Gauff still holds a higher ranking and more hardware, Paolini's presence is a reminder that grit, tactics, and execution can trump raw talent when preparation meets opportunity. She's earned her wins, not just by exposing a weakness, but by exploiting it with precision and consistency. And in doing so, she's forced Gauff into a crossroads. The pressure of being a prodigy. There's another layer to all this, one often overlooked in the technical breakdowns. The immense pressure Coco Gauff has carried from the moment she broke through. She was touted as a future #1 before she was old enough to drive. Every tournament she enters carries the expectation of dominance. Every flaw is magnified, and unlike other players who can work through their issues in relative obscurity, Gauff's every forehand misfire is dissected on social media and in commentary booths around the world. It's a heavy burden, and yet, she's worn it with grace. She's responded to losses with accountability. She's taken criticism with maturity. And most importantly, she continues to fight. But in this stage of her career, fighting isn't enough. Adapting is essential. She must address what Paolini and others have exposed, or she risks plateauing while others surge ahead. Conclusion: a test of champions. Jasmine Paolini's recent wins over Coco Gauff are more than just match results. They're a litmus test for Gauff's next chapter. A chapter that will be defined not by how many matches she wins when everything is going right, but by how she confronts and overcomes her most persistent flaws. Tennis has always been a game of margins, of inches and milliseconds and decisions made under pressure. Gauff has everything she needs to remain at the top, except perhaps a forehand that can stand the same pressure as the rest of her game.